Good evening, everyone. It's your girl, Strong Jewel, the Vibe Queen. Listen, wishing you all a happy 2026. It's a new year. I'm super excited for this year. But listen, I'm about to bring you episode 1 of a new show, Night Vibes, sponsored by Sheen Magazine. So listen, make sure you got your drinks full. Stay locked in. It's about to get juicy up in here. It's Night Vibes. We'll be right back. Yeah. Good evening again, guys. It's Night Vibes. Listen, can you believe it's 2026 already? When I was younger, I always got told, like, as you get older, the years just go quicker and quicker and quicker. And I was like, yeah, whatever. But it's a known fact. It's unbelievable, man. Time is really, really flying. But listen, without further ado, I want to introduce my beautiful, beautiful guest tonight. I'm definitely honored to have her in the building on this episode 1 of Night Vibes. So introducing the beautiful, the one and only Dr. Micaela. She is a doctor, writer, producer, novelist, and entrepreneur, and just a complete queen powerhouse. So without further ado, let's bring in Dr. Micaela.
Girl, you made me sound so good.
Because you are.
And cheers for here.
Hey, listen, yes. Listen, Happy New Year to you. Look beautiful as always, and cheers. Ching, ching. Guys, make sure you got your drinks. I'm telling you, it's got a juicy.
Yeah, y'all get your drinks.
Yes. So listen, how was your day, real quick?
It was great. A little busy, but it was great. I got a lot done today.
Productive, right? I love that.
Yes, very productive.
I don't mind days being busy as long as it's productive. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So listen, man, we are about to get into some juicy topics tonight. Yeah. So I just want to ask you, like, first and foremost, like, relationships, right? A very sought after topic, right, on the internet. I know we spoke a little bit before, so we got some juicy topics. We're gonna just pretty much get into it. Guys, feel free to comment in the chat. Please put up your thoughts and opinions, and make sure you call in as well. We have a call-in number, so if you want to call in, feel free to do that. We'll put the call number up shortly. But yeah, pretty much we're gonna get started off because I know an hour is gonna go real quick, right? So let's start off with let's talk about porn. Okay. I told you it's gonna get fruity and juicy up in here. So. All right, so porn, right? Everyone should know what that is. I think a lot of people find out what porn is younger than they should. I got a confession to make. Sorry, mom. Sorry, dad. But I remember finding a DVD in my mom and dad's room one time when they were out. I was actually looking because I used to like wear my dad's cologne sometimes. I was looking for the cologne and I found one. And when they were out, I was a bit naughty and I put it on. So that was the first. Like, oh my goodness, what is this? But in relationships, like, how do you feel about it? Do you feel like it's healthy because I understand if you're not in a relationship, that's fine, do what you're doing. But how do you feel about being in a relationship and porn in a relationship? What's your opinion on that?
I think people don't really think they're actors, and I think it gives the wrong impression of what a sexual relationship should be. Mm-hmm. When I look at, you see how the people, everything's so sexualized now. You look at a lot of girls now, they're talking about, eating from the back and, taking the butt, that kind of stuff. I think that has become the norm, and really in real life, people don't, real people don't do that. I think that normal relationships aren't like the pornography relationships, sexual relationships, but now it just seems to be the norm. And a lot of times I was having a discussion with my business partner, Kim, one time, and I was like, a lot of macho guys who don't like gays but want to have anal sex. I'm like, that's gay male sex. You know what I'm saying? So girls, quit letting guys treat you like a gay man.
Right. No, I definitely get that. So would you say, right, if you're in a relationship, all right, let me put it this way. Do you feel like watching porn is cheating? So say like you're in a relationship, right, and you're just not in the mood, right? You're like, okay, I'm not in the mood. Like women, we have hormones, we do a pregnancy, all this, that, yada, yada. So sometimes, as much as we love our men, we might not be in the mood, right? And sometimes it can go on a few weeks. Do you think that it's okay for a man to satisfy himself watching porn while you're asleep?
I think masturbation, I think, is a normal period,
Yeah.
but I think
Yeah.
it probably depends on the type of porn he's watching, because I think maybe if you're not getting it from your husband and he's getting off looking at some other woman or another couple, then it may cause some problems. It may cause some insecurity issues or self-esteem issues with your partner. So you have to really, I think it's something that people should talk about initially, and make sure they're on the same page as far as pornography.
Yeah, so I agree with you. I feel like masturbation is healthy. That's fine. And I feel like I agree with you. I feel like if they're watching it and it's something that looks totally different to you, this, that, and the other, I have a problem with it. But then at the same time, I feel like if you're not willing to satisfy your partner, I'd rather they do that than go out and actually cheat. But then it's kind of a catch-22 too, because if they get too into the porn, you know what I'm saying, and whether the person looks like you or not, and then on the porn that person's doing stuff that you don't do, it can then become a problem, because they could yearn for, want that kind of sex, and you're not.
Yeah.
So then it can be, it can get tricky, right?
Yeah, and if you have an addiction, then you think, well, maybe I'm not enough for my partner. So
exactly.
I think it's an addiction is a problem. I think some people watch it.
Yeah,
as long as it's not too much. I think I don't see anything really wrong with it unless there's an addiction to it, and if it's causing an issue in your relationship, then you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, that's how do you feel about watching it together?
For me, it's personal. It's weird. I mean, I prefer that he turn me on. I don't want anybody else to have to turn me on.
Okay.
I get off on you, on what you do to me, how you make me feel. So if we have to have somebody else in the equation, then we have a problem. If you can't stimulate me. That's just me.
No, I'm the same way. I agree with that too. I agree with that, because I don't know, when I'm in a relationship, the only person that turns me on, the only person I'm attracted to is my man. So it doesn't matter. I don't care how good looking a man is. I don't care how big he is, all that stuff. It just doesn't appeal to me. And I feel like that kind of ties into the internet a lot too. So I'm going to go into our next topic. How do you feel about being in a relationship and thirst traps on Instagram? So you're in a relationship, right? And then when you go on Instagram, it's okay to support people. That's fine. I understand that. But then if your man is liking half naked pictures or naked pictures of other women, but not just liking them, putting the heart emojis up and all this stuff, do you feel like that could become an issue, especially if the person, then they might not know, but the person on Instagram might be single. And as a female, we kind of look at things a little bit different than men do sometimes. So what's your opinion on that? Do you feel like it's cheating to do that in a sense? I know, because people feel like cheating is actually physically going and having sex with someone, but it's not really, because there's different levels of cheating, because cheating starts off with intimacy. And it starts off with a thought, right? And then that can lead into intimacy. And intimacy can be just having a conversation with someone on a one-on-one, and etc.
Yeah, thoughts definitely become things, and I think it's okay to admire, but I think maybe you're pushing a boundary a little bit if you're commenting or liking. Because I've had a lot of married men in my DMs, and I had a married man recently ask me to go to France or Dubai, and I'm like, I've never met him before, but he's just in my DM. I get a lot of that. So to me, that's cheating. You don't have to physically touch anybody to do that. That's cheating. So I think that, it's one thing. They're beautiful men and women all over the world, and it's okay. It's normal to admire. It's normal to admit that someone's attractive. But I think there's a line that you have to draw. There are some boundaries that should be set. You have to really control yourself. I think that even in dating, I would never make my partner feel insecure. I would never. There's just a respect factor. I may, say to my business partner Kim or my business partner Jen that this guy is fine, but I would never, I'm not gonna, just push the envelope and let him know that I'm attractive, that I find him attractive. That's just opening the can of worms, because that person may think the same of me.
Well said, because that's exactly how I feel. I feel like it can just, again, everything starts with a thought, and anything innocent can turn into something that's not. So it all depends on what you feed your mind and what you put out there. So I agree with you on that. I feel like, again, if you're with someone and you really love them, it's fine to admire, but you don't have to comment, right? You don't have to like put the drooly face or this, that, and the other. So I agree with that, because again, I feel like it's boundaries, right? And it doesn't matter how much you trust someone. You find a lot of time when relationships go wrong, sometimes the other person wasn't even looking to find someone else. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's just a habit of something they were doing, and then all of a sudden, it leads into something more. So listen, we do have a comment. Shout out to Brandy in the building, Brandy and 5024. I think it's not good at all, because it becomes an addiction and it leads you to do other sinful, unnatural things outside of your relationship and in it. If anything, people need to repent from all that. Yeah, talking on the porn, right?
Pornography.
Pornography. Yeah, no, I do agree with that too. I do. And yeah, go on.
Yeah, because I mean, and again, to me, I mean, if you have to have that to stimulate yourself, if you have to have that to make love to me, to touch me, then that's not going to make me want to have sex with you at all. I mean, that if I hope that I'm enough to arouse you, and that we don't need that. I mean, if it's, to me, it's personal. I'd rather see it myself, but right. Kim says, what's the reason he's not including?
Shout out to beautiful Kim in the building. Yeah. What's the reason he's not including his queen? Yeah. No, I definitely agree with you with that. Again, like, you should be enough, right? We should be enough for our partners. And that goes both ways. Because I feel like a lot of the time when you mention porn, well, I don't know about you, but I feel like when you mention porn, it's kind of pinpointed on men more than women. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just a stereotype thing. Because, I feel like a lot of the conversations that I see going on the internet, it's more so about women complaining about the men watching porn. I don't really hear too much men complaining about the women. You get what I'm saying?
But, it's funny, because just about like cheating, we're slick. I mean, we're good at that. Women are good at, women are good at playing the victim. Women are good at cheating. They don't think that we do that. I know tons of women who watch porn, and I know tons of women who cheat. But there's significant others would never suspect it. I just think that naturally they think that women don't do that.
Right. Yeah. We have another comment. No. Well, I mean, that's up to them. They might have to speak for themselves on this one. Which one was that pertaining to? Write down, Casper. Let us know which comment that was pertaining to, just so we can understand. But guys, there is a call-in number if you want to call in and air your thoughts. Thank you to everyone in the building right now tuning in to Night Vibes. The number is 469-364-4821. 469-364-4821. So yeah, so if you want to call in, feel free to call that number. But again, thank you to everyone tuning in. Feel free to continue to put your comments up in the chat. All right, so listen, let's go to another topic. We're kind of moving through them quick, but that's good too. All right, let's talk about let's get into Pandora's box a little bit. How do you feel about swingers?
Oh Lord. Okay. I think if you're single and that's your thing, that's fine. And I know I've known a couple of couples who like to do that. I think it defeats the purpose of marriage. I'm a very selfish person, and so I'm a one-man kind of woman. I do not share. I don't want to share. I just think I think the issue with that is that, suppose I did, and that man put it on me so good, I may not want to sleep with you again. So you risk the chance of losing your partner to someone else. So I think it's a really dangerous game to play, because if someone else satisfies me more than you, then more than likely I'm going to be craving and thinking about that person. I won't even want to make love to you anymore.
Right. No, I'm definitely with you on that 100%. But listen, let's hold that thought for 1 minute, guys. Please make sure your drinks are full. We're about to take a commercial break. We got some bills we got to pay, so we can stay on here and continue the show. So listen, we'll be right back with Night Vibes. Stay locked in.
What's new and hot on the scene? The Pink Smoke Cigar Company, a Black, female-owned boutique cigar company offering one-of-a-kind, hand-rolled cigars from proprietary blends created specifically for Pink Smoke by the J. Will Cigar Company. Their exotic recipes are blended from various regions of Nicaragua, Ecuador, Colombia, Mexico, the Dominican, and Honduras. What's certain is you'll experience the most unique, even fresh smoke your palate has yet to discover. They're so hot, they were the premier brand ambassador at the 2022 Men's Style Gifting Suite for Super Bowl 56. For more information, go to pinksmoke4u.com. That's pinksmoke, the number 4, letter U.com to experience Pink Smoke's sexy, classy cigar culture.
pinksmoke4u.com. Make sure you check out pinksmoke4u.com. That is the beautiful Dr. Micaela. And who else is your partner on that Pink Smoke?
Business partner, Kimberly J. She's a radio host, a media personality in Virginia, and that is our company.
It's a phenomenal brand. Yes, so I love it. And that advertisement, I love it. That's one of my favorite advertisements.
You know what we want to do for you guys? We would like to send a 3-pack of our flavored cigars to one of your guests. So you choose and we'll send the cigars out.
Ooh, I love that. Thank you. Well, listen.
Chocolate and cranberry.
Ooh, I don't even smoke cigars. You got me tempted though.
Who's that?
I don't like to share my food, so my man is a big no. Shout out to
That's right, girl.
and Mario, if I say your name wrong, I'm sorry, but yeah, no, I know, right? I'm like that too. I'm very much what's mine is mine. So actually, yeah, going back to the topic, I agree with you on that. Like, if you want to swing, then you're single, whatever. That's your call. If you're in a relationship and that's what you both like to do, that's fine too. But I just feel that is a very dangerous game to play. If you've seen Pandora's Box, I've watched that a number of times. That's all you're doing is open up Pandora's box, because you never, again, like I said right before, you never know when you're going to really fall for someone. So if you are opening up that door to, have that sexual experience with someone else other than your partner, you might be more satisfied with them and, have a stronger connection with them sexually. And then that's going to be a problem when you have to revert back to sleeping with your partner again. Because sometimes they say love is love, but love is not always enough. So I just feel like you have to kind of, my opinion, each their own. I feel like, with me, I got to keep it within the two of us. I just couldn't do it. And again, I'm so territorial, so I'm going to be mad if I see, another girl, doing something with my man. I'm just going to, it's going to set me off, and I don't ever want to go there. So I'd rather, just stay cool. And just keep it within house. So yeah, no, I agree with that. Anybody got any other different opinions on it? To each his and her own. But it can cause a lot of chaos to both parties. Yeah. Oh, Nazir is in the building. Shout out to Nazir family, Vi family in the building there. I see you, brother. Yeah, definitely. So how do you feel like, okay, if people are single doing it, how do you feel about that? Again, each their own.
Yeah, to each his own. I just, if for married people, what's the point in being married if you want to go and experience other people? But if you're single, do what you want to do. Sow your oats. But I think that's fine. That's what you want to do.
Right.
Work it out.
Yeah. No, I agree with that too.
For me, but
Yeah. No, me too. I've in England years ago, I had a couple of people I knew that they were in relationship. They weren't married, but they were both in relationships. But one couple talked them into going to this swingers party thing, and actually talked them into it, and they did it. And I was just like, I'll be honest, I'm not judgmental, but I was kind of disgusted because I just didn't think, that, like, how can you get it? The people that did it, that got talked into it, they were adamant they weren't going to do it, but the girl ended up talking, and her guy ended up talking them into it, and they did it. So I was just like,
it's so sacred to me. It's just
exactly
so sacred, just picking a partner. I don't do it lightly. I don't give myself to anybody. So
exactly.
It's just it's just really such a personal, and it's a beautiful thing. Not say I won't get buck wild, but I'm gonna get buck wild with that one person.
Exactly same. No, 1000%. Yeah. So this goes into my next topic. Like, okay, let's go into like body count. Do you feel like when you meet someone like it's important to know their body count? How do you feel about that? Because I know we talk about like open and honesty in relationships, but yeah, how do you feel about that?
I have a super, 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 super low body count and count on one hand, and I don't mind discussing that. But I think men, I think that men have super high body count. Maybe I'm stereotyping, but I think that they do. But I never asked. But what's important to me is that you are disease free, and that you're careful and cautious when you're having sex. I know, especially HIV. I know that probably up to 70% of the population has herpes, or you have antibodies to herpes. If you kiss somebody with a cold sore, it's the same.
It's the same thing.
Whether it's on your lip or on your genitals. So
yeah,
people are going to have antibodies to it. But yeah, but I would rather not date a known hoe. If that's what I would never want to be the guy who is loose with his body, who sleeps around, or who is not monogamous, and who's got looking for side pieces. That's a whole turn off to me. I won't even deal with you. I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah. So let me put this scenario out to you. So say you meet. All right. So say you meet someone, you don't really know his background. Is it a question that you would ask him, and would that determine whether or not you go out with him or not?
I'm a little bit older, so I want to be your friend. I want to get to know you on a personal level. So I don't put the cart before the horse. I'm not gonna sleep with you off the bat. That's just not my thing. I'm too old for that. But after we get to know each other, and if we start when it's on the table, I want to know. I want to know. Maybe I be honest with you, I've never asked how many women that they've slept with, but it's important to me to know that you are disease free.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you.
And I've never been asked that either.
No, I know. I haven't even. I would feel weird. Like, hey, just have a question. How many people have you slept with, by the way? You know what I mean? I'm with you on that. As long as you are tested and things of that nature. That's more
right.
Yeah, because some people can sleep with that, but hold on. Some people can sleep with two people or one. I've heard stories of people sleeping with one person and actually caught something like HIV and things of that nature. And then there's people that ever slept with freaking, I don't know, they've had 35 people, but they've never caught nothing. So I just feel like, I don't know, it's...
Well, yeah, because those viruses, they can lie dormant for 10 or 15 years. Mm-hmm. So any of us can have been exposed to herpes or HIV. I've been tested, I've never, and then all of a sudden, you won't know, unless you are specifically getting tested for antibodies for herpes, you won't know that you have it until you have an outbreak. Or you may never have an outbreak and you can still have test positive for antibodies.
Exactly. And let me read this comment before we get back on that. People don't know that they take on properties of the people they engage with. And if it's multiple people, you're taking all those different people. All that different energy. Yeah. Every time you sleep, that's true, Nazir. So every time, you sleep with someone, you're actually embodying the energy of that person. So if they're a negative person, whether you stay with them or not, your body is absorbing that. So as you move on and go with someone else, the more people you're with, the more energy you're absorbing for those people. So that's why they say, we get a lot of people that do sleep with a lot of people kind of can be up and down on their personality because they got so many different energies that they've absorbed. So yeah,
you know what? Even not sexually. I mean, even energy of people in general. Whenever I go somewhere, when I come home, I pray and I ask God to just remove every spirit, all the negative energy that's been around. I really believe that. I think energy transfers, and I do that. I want myself clean. I want my spirit. I want my energy completely clean in my home, in my car, in me, around me. So that's important to me, not just sexually, but just with people in general.
Amen. That's so true too, because sometimes you think about it, right? When you have when you know that you're healed and you're on this positive, you're just on a positive plane, right, in life, and you're just focused and everything. And it's like, but you're a good person, but then you have a lot of people around you who are going through things. It's kind of really hard sometimes because you want to be there for them. But at the same time, like you said, it's an energy thing. It's not just sexually. Energy is everything is energy, right? So sometimes I feel bad sometimes because I know they might be going through it, and I'll send them a text of praying for you, this, that, and other. But when they call my phone, I'm like, I can't absorb that type of energy sometimes.
Right.
And you have to kind of be very strong in that department too, especially when you're a people person, because you can just absorb so much. Soul ties are real. Yes, they definitely are. And then just reverting back to what you were saying in relation to the STDs and stuff. That's very true. With the herpes virus, regular STD tests do not test for it. So you have to specifically ask to be tested, because like a normal, it's in England too, a normal STD test will not test you for herpes unless you ask for it. You have to ask for that. And that's a blood test, I believe, unless you literally have something wrong with you. And I think they swab, right? I think I read that they were like,
you can tell if they have the lesions, they can swab them. But even then so, if the virus isn't shedding enough, you may not have to. So it's always good to get a blood test. And I mean, even if you do, I mean, if you have, I mean, if people's not a big deal, you know, it's not a death sentence. If you go and get tested, if you have antibodies to it, just get a prescription and take something. That's all.
Exactly. Yeah, no, definitely.
If you want to plan on having sex, so that you don't, because you can still shed the virus even if you never have a physical symptom. You can still shed that and pass it on to other people. So just prophylax.
Yeah, I think that's what's crazy about it too. And I think that's why it's like you said, 70% of people have it, and probably like 40-50% don't even know, because they don't have any symptoms whatsoever. And I also read as well, if you can get tested and it can say like, you can get tested, think you have, or you might be positive, and then go back and get tested and it will say negative. So
and so really, people have fever blisters, that is herpes. So don't have oral sex if someone has an active fever blister, because that can transfer to your genitals.
Exactly. You do not want that. All right, so listen, we'll be right back after this break. It's Night Vibes, and I'm here with the beautiful Dr. Micaela, and we'll be right back after this commercial break. Let's pay some bills. Let's get it.
Come on, 3. Be it. It's that crazy, it's that Diane.
Shout out to our wonderful sponsors, Sheen Magazine. There, make sure you check out the beauty brand. So listen, we're back here with Night Vibes. I'm your vibe queen, Strong Jewel, and I'm here with the beautiful one and only Dr. Micaela. And we're getting into these juicy topics based around relationships, actually. Dr. Micaela, let me ask you, let's get on to the kind of, I know we already spoke about social media in essence of liking other people's thirst straps and things of that nature, but it kind of goes on to like friendships on social media as well. Like, how do you feel about support when it comes to social media and friendships? I want to kind of get into that kind of field, because I don't know if you feel the same way, but I feel as you level up in life, it's crazy. It's like when you're at a lower level, or I feel from experience, you get more support than when you level up. And then when you start leveling up, the support kind of drop. You have to go through that period where the support kind of just seems to drop, and you're like, what is going on? And then, you know what I'm saying? You just have to stay persistent. And then obviously new people find you and the support builds back up again. Do you feel like with yourself, like, have you've been through that? Like, because you're so successful in everything you do, like, have you gone through that experience?
Well, I have really never relied on social media for my businesses, because in my medical practice, I don't rely on social media. And with our cigar business, we started off really strong, and then it kind of tapered off. But we do so many events by word of mouth, so it really doesn't affect me. But I do hear other people saying, a lot of people complaining that that people don't support them. So it's like, when they first start out there, they're fine, but when they start going on a higher level, then they don't get the support from people, not even their friends. So I think sometimes a lot of people, you get a lot of haters when you start to elevate, and they don't want to support you. Or a lot of people will look, but they won't comment, or they won't, they just don't engage.
Why do you think that? Like, why do you think that is? I just think I don't know. It's strange to me, because, like, if I'm supporting you, say for instance, like I knew you right from like years going back, and I saw you on the come up, like I'm gonna support you the same way that I'm supporting you as you're coming up, as I see you elevate, I'm going to feel like I'm the type of person, like when I see you elevate or my friends elevate, I feel like it's me elevating. That's how happy I am for you. So I'm going to continue. So I can never really understand the mindset of people that the people that fall off. But then at the same time, I feel like sometimes I can, because I feel like some people are maybe unhappy in their life or their situation. And then what they don't understand is when you're genuinely happy for other people, you're basically not only blessing that person, but you're bringing more blessings to yourself. But anytime you feel like you want to pull back and you feel that jealousy, all you're doing, you're not deterring the other person, even though the other person feels like it is a deterrent when the support falls off. You're just deterring, deterring yourself, basically,
I'll tell you, for me, and I support my friends. There are some people that I realize were lying about, their businesses or making up stuff, or had some inherent ethical problems, and that way, those are the people that I really would not stop messing with. But in general, but my friends, I cheer my friends, and I'm so proud of what they do. I'm just right there. I'm right there for them. But if I find that you are an unethical person, I find that you are a liar, you're making up stuff, I'm not pretty much gonna fuck with you.
Right. No, I'm the same.
Otherwise, I think most of the time, some people, they want to see you fail. They hate to see that you're doing well. They won't do that. Yeah. We had some in a management position with us who was like that, and even like blocking businesses, business opportunities for us and stuff like that. So you can have people around you who are so jealous that they don't want to see you succeed, and they will not. They won't support you at all.
Right. Exactly.
Those are your people. Those are not your people.
Right. Yeah. People don't know that they take on properties of the people they engage with. And if it's multiple people, you're taking all those different people's properties. Yeah, that's so true. I feel like, again, not like you say, not just on a sexual level, but again, right, there's that saying, right? Birds of a feather flock together, right? So if you're negative people or people that are doing a whole heap of bad stuff, even if you're not that type of person, it's going to reflect badly on you. The energy around you is going to reflect badly. Why do you think we have a super high? Why do we think you have a super high body count? Just curious. And what's your percentage of high body count? And what percentage of high body count do you think men have? Why do you think? Why do we think men have a high body count?
Well, it's acceptable. Like when growing up, it's acceptable for teenage boys to have sex. It's not acceptable for girls to have sex. So you can see in a family, maybe a father would pat a boy on the back for getting some, but not a daughter. So I think we've normalized in society that boys do have sex, that men have sex, and if they have lots of conquests, it's fine. But if we do it, we're hoes. So I just think that testosterone and things. I think that sexual nature in men is a lot higher than it is in women, anyway. But I don't know. High body count to me, 10, 15, 10 or more women, that's a high body count. I mean,
Agree. What we got here? Intimacy is so serious that you should get tested before having sex with each other. Stats have gone up significantly recently over the last 2 years. Yeah, no, I do agree with that. But I feel like, again, though, like, how do you, like, so I got to ask you this question. Like, if you meet someone, you build a friendship and that, are you comfortable with just coming out and saying, hey, have you been tested?
Yeah, let's go together. Let's do it together.
Let's go together, I think, is a good one. Yeah, definitely. Because I feel like if you just come out and say, well, have you been tested? Some people get offended. I'm like, what do you mean? Like,
I have a friend, a colleague of mine, when he met the girl that he really cared for, he said, let's get tested together. They did. She didn't get offended at all. Right. But, at the time we were in Miami. Miami is a cesspool for STDs. Well, just like Houston has a high HIV or super high HIV rate.
Right. I just feel like this as well. I feel like if someone gets offended, they're just not your person anyway. So.
No, they're not. And I don't want it.
Right, exactly. Because, especially like, like the comment just said, it's rife now even more than it was before, right? So the last 2 years numbers have been going up. So yeah, no, definitely. So I wanted to also ask you, like, how do you also feel about like, you know, we always talk about we should unify more as people, right? And I'm not just talking relationships, friendships. I'm just talking about a support level on, you know, being entrepreneurs and being whatever you do, right? Whether you're a content creator, this, that, and the other. We always talk about we need to unite as people. We need to come together. But it's so easy for everybody to say. And there's so many stars out there as well. And shout out to them because they're doing their thing. But that say, you know, they want to, you know, yeah, we should all unite and they want to see people coming up. But at the same time, I feel like those that have the higher platforms, they don't really do much to help the other people coming up. And I feel like if everybody out there who had a bigger platform would just put, even if it was like 5 people, just share their story, comment on their page. Like, I just feel like we would all be at such a higher level quickly. How do you feel about that?
Because realistically, people don't want to see you do better than they are doing. They don't want you to excel. They don't want you to do better. I think about that issue with Bernie Mac and Steve Harvey, when Steve Harvey tried to ruin Bernie Mac's chances of having the opportunity to act in the Ocean's movies. You know, they both are doing well in the comedy scene, and they're supposed to be friends. But people can be like that. You know, with me in the industry, I have several friends. We all have different production companies. We get together and we help each other. If somebody has a project, we're like, what can I do for you? You know, can I use your house to film? Can you do this? Do you have this camera? We need certain stuff. We help. There are about 6 of us, and we help each other. That's how it should be. Period. But some people, they just don't want to see. They don't want to see you succeed. I want to see my friends succeed. But I'll go back and say that when a lot of people that you know, that talk to me and stuff that I know have dogged me behind my back and stuff, I'll still be nice to you, but I know what you've done. I know what you said. I know how much you lie. So I'm not inclined to really support you like that, because I know what you're about. I don't have to tell you, but I know, and that's good enough for me.
Right, exactly. I love that you have that camaraderie between you all, because I feel like, again, that's so important. Like with me, like, you know, I've supported so many people's businesses, literally pour money into them, this, like, given opportunities and this, that, and the other. But I can literally probably count on one hand the amount of people that actually just, and I'm not talking about financially, I'm just talking about support me, that still, you know, will like or share. You get what I'm saying? And it's just crazy, you know, and it's sad, because then when you're a person, when you are a giver and a supporter, and you go through these experiences, it kind of, like you say, it makes you look at people different. So like, I still say hello to them. I still might like the odd post, but at the same time, you know, as you know, we continue to move up, you just can't, you know, you're going to have to move up on your own. I'm not going to put my hand out to you, because you already shown me that you kind of are a snake, and you're more about yourself than you are that unity, even though you want to talk it because it sounds good on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It seems like people, they'll send you their posts, but they'll never like your post, or they'll never share your post. I'm like, quit.
Right.
You know, exactly. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, that's crazy to me. I just feel like the world, we would just be in such a different world. And I feel like when it comes to like celebrities as well, with all the money that they have, we have so many billionaires and millionaires out here. And I just feel like, and it's okay if you want to have 50 cars and 50 houses, but like, what's the point in having all these houses if no one's living in them? I understand if you're putting your family in them and this, that, and the other, but I just feel like, you know, with the population of homelessness and everything that we have in the world, everything going on, I just feel like if everybody just took the time to do something for others, like whether it, like you say, whether it was to share a post, or whether it was a millionaire just going outside, like you see some of these YouTubers do, they got these sponsors, right? So they'll go out to go into a supermarket and just pay for someone's shopping. You know what I'm saying? Like little acts of kindness, little things, man. It's just the smallest things are free, and they can really elevate and make people's day. And just, I don't know, the world, I just feel would be different.
I give where I can, and remember, if I had that kind of money, billionaires could really change the world. They could change the face of healthcare. They could change the face of homelessness, but they don't. They don't. They party. They're on their yachts. You look, you know, they don't care. They really don't care.
Right.
Very few. I'd say not always. Very few care enough to do. Right.
Exactly. But I think that's sad though as well. I feel like, you know, I don't know. I wish more cared. You know, I really do, because, you know, I think everybody would just be on a different level too, you know, and when it comes down to the smallest thing, because support is free, kindness is free, love is free, right?
Yes, yes,
The
yes,
best
yes.
things in life, they say, right? The best things in life are free. So,
Well, circling back to love, I have a question for you. What do you think about vibrators in bed?
Oh, that's a good one. All right. So, okay. I'm going to be honest. I've never had a vibrator. Actually, no. I've never had a vibrator. Not a big one anyway. But I went to Anne Summer's party once in England. And I used to like to go because of the lingerie, after the party, like all the lingerie you could buy and stuff. And I actually won this tiny little thing. It was about this big. It was tiny. And I was like, what is this? And it just used to vibrate. So you don't put it inside, just put it on and you turn it on.
Yeah.
So I actually like that, I'll be honest. Because I wasn't in a relationship. Well, I was in a relationship, but I wasn't in a relationship. Long story, we'll get into that another day. So I was like, yeah, that was cool. But no, I've never used a vibrator. Yeah, no, I haven't used
a story. I have a friend.
Go on, tell me.
With this guy.
Okay.
And when they finished, she rolled over and she pulled her vibrator out of the drawer. I'm like, that poor man. I'm like, I cannot imagine how he felt. I'm sure he gave it his all. And then to have her finish with that. I think the thing about that and masturbation, if you do it too much, I think nobody can please you like yourself. You know exactly how you want to feel and know exactly what you want to do for yourself. But it's habitual. And if you're a constant user of toys, then you're never going to be satisfied with another person. So I think that's something you do it, but I think also that it can be really dangerous in the bedroom because no man can compete with a vibrator. Not one man or with a dildo, any of that. So I think that's something that, to think about. If you get in a serious relationship, you might want to do that. I mean, and guys, really, I mean, if you think you're doing a girl a favor and you want to use that, she's going to use a whole lot when you're not around. So you might just want to let her, appreciate what you have.
I feel like you said, because you can get the non-vibrating dildos, right? The non-vibrating one. And see, I've had one of them before, but the issue was I'm just gonna be upfront. It was big, so it's like, and if your partner's not that big, you don't want to use that because you get used to that size. You get what I'm saying?
Who's that saying there? What don't you agree with? Who is that?
Oh, let me see. I don't agree with that, Lo.
What is it that you don't agree with exactly?
Yeah, be specific.
I would say you can't. Nobody can make me feel as good as I can make me feel. Sorry. So
that's you know where all your spots are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You can give as many instructions as you want. Sometimes people just don't get it.
Right.
So
that's true.
Therefore,
nothing can replace the feeling of a man.
You're right, except that's a nice vibrator. A nice dildo.
I definitely don't agree with it. A woman need a strong man, so.
But a man can't last as long as a dildo. Or a vibrator. That's the problem. That's all I'm saying, and I agree with you. There's nothing like a man. There's nothing better than loving on a man and having a man love on me. I don't want to bring anything into the bedroom. I don't want to bring any toys. I don't want to bring any porn. I'm into him. I am into that man, and with just everything. The way you look, the way you look at me, the way you kiss me, the way you touch me. It's about us. It's intimate. It's special. It's ours. So I don't need all that. I don't want all that. But I'm just saying that. Oh, that's right, Cam. A strong man with a strong back, baby. And we don't, guys, in spite of what they say, we don't need marathon sex. I mean, nobody, I don't believe when people say it can last an hour. So nobody needs all that. It's just the connection. There's just so much more to it than just the pumping. There's so much. There's so much more to it than that. There's so much more to it than that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. I actually agree with you 1,000% on everything you just said. Let me see. Vibe Show Casper said, like I said, I'm the GOAT, but that ain't no one's business. Go on, Casper.
Okay, then call me, Casper. Call me, boo.
Let me ask you this. How do you feel about the AI robots now? Because men can literally buy a female robot to get intimate with. How do you feel about that?
Oh, that's so desperate.
I know.
That's so desperate.
That's how I feel.
That's so desperate.
I feel like that is nothing.
Exactly. Intimate.
That's nothing.
I can't give you any intimacy. I like the intimacy. I want to hug and kiss. It is weird.
It is weird. Thank you. Exactly. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, that robot can't hug you and kiss you and passion.
It's the passion. Yeah. Oh, if the passion lasts hours.
Yes, the passion can last for hours, not the that can't last for hours. Yes, I like that. I'm into the feel of a man, the smell of a man, the touch of a man, his hugs, his kisses, his just his presence, and just me and him and nobody else.
Exactly.
If he can't do it for you, then don't bother.
Not the pop.
A pop can. That's my business partner, y'all.
Hey, that's what's up. So listen, yeah, I agree with you on the AI stuff. Like, I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like you just gotta be a bit of a pervert. I'm sorry if you're gonna buy a AI, an AI robot to stick your peewee in, like seriously.
Like you can't get a woman?
because you can get little small ones though too. Like ones. And you can get them off of Timo.
Yeah. Timo pussy.
Little breath. Like, I mean, come
on. More power to you if you gotta get a Timo pussy. I'm a real man. I just don't,
I'm cracking up. Oh my God. I'm trying to compose myself. This is hilarious. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know. That whole AI thing is that's a whole nother subject for another show. But oh boy. Anybody else got any more comments? Feel free to type them up in the chat right now. Or call in. We haven't had a caller in yet today. But rewind selector. We're going to get into one more commercial and we'll be right back for more Night Vibes with me and the beautiful Dr. Micaela. It's the Vibe Queen from the Vibe Show 97.9 FM. Listen, if you haven't checked out the station yet, I don't know what happened. Make sure you head to www.thevibeshow979.net. www.thevibeshow979.net. We play the very, very best and not less in industry and independent artist music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if you want top tier promotional services on all levels, we are your one-stop shop for all your promotional needs. Once again, make sure you head over to the station at www.thevibeshow979.net, www.thevibeshow979.net. Check out the service deck, and if you have any questions or queries, feel free to hit me up at sjthevibeshow97.9fm at gmail.com, sjthevibeshow97.9fm at gmail.com. Night Vibes, we are back. I am your host, the Black Queen Strong Jewel. Hey, and I'm here with beautiful Dr. Micaela. Listen, I just want to shout out everybody that's tuned in tonight on this first episode and my beautiful guest, which we're definitely going to have you back. I've really, really enjoyed this tonight. Thank you so, so much. I'm definitely looking forward to getting you back on and getting into more juicy topics. But listen, again, shout out to everyone for tuning in. And I just wanted to say as well, as this show progresses and the phone lines are open, we're going to be opening up to people. If you are in relationships, you don't have to give your names and things of that nature. But if there's anything specifically that you wanted us to discuss or you want opinions about, feel free in the up and coming episodes to give it a call in. And literally, this is what this show is about. It's to have fun, but be impactful at the same time. So, and just, discuss those topics that, some people kind of tread lightly on, but we're not treading lightly. We're just going full throttle on them. So
I'll tell you something, Jewel, something that I do. People in my DMs all the time. Coming to me sexually does not turn me on. When guys are like, they send sexual content or that's such a turn off. You gonna send me, once I had a guy, I don't even know him. He sent me a video of his genitals. And I was like, why would you do it? It was ashy and stuff. I said, what is that ashy thing? And he's like, and he tried to laugh out. I said, it's against the law for you to do that. You know that. I said, I can report you to a job. You can get me fired. I said, why would you send me a picture of your pig? I said, you don't do that. So I think some like I said, it goes back, I think, to the porn thing and people thinking that, as common as you see girls walking around in pajamas and bodice in they think that all that sexual shit is cute, and it's not. No real woman wants you to lead with sex. If you eating cat from behind, I don't care. you know, that is so unappealing to me. You know, but that's what they do. I mean, now everything sexualized it, that they think that it's the norm, and they're getting that shit off porn. And people don't, real people, I think a real woman, a real man is not going to talk to you like that. Nobody likes that.
That I agree.
You know, and then you have the chicks online who like deep throating sausages and stuff like that. They, you know, they who what does that mean? I mean, what does that say about your character? Does it make you a real woman? Does it make you a boss bitch? Does it make you, what does it make you? I mean, look at yourself, really.
I know. No, I agree with you. Actually, you've just reminded me. I think I've only ever had that happen to me one time. I remember I got an inbox on Facebook. It was a message on my messenger even, and literally it was a picture of the man's, you know what, his dick, and I'm like, I didn't even say anything back. I just blocked him straight away. Like, it's so unattractive. Like,
it is unattractive. Who? I mean, what do you think? I'm just gonna be jumping the chocolate? And I'm gonna tell you, it was ugly. It was. I mean, when I tell you, it was ashy. It was like two colors. It was. Bit. I'm like, why would you send somebody? And it was, you could hear it scratching on the sheet. I'm like, it's dry too. What the fuck is wrong with you? I was so like, no one wants to see that. I want to have a conversation with you. I like intellectual people, and intellect has nothing to do with degrees, because there are so many degreed people who are so dumb that can't even conjugate verbs. But you know, conversation talk. Let's talk. Stimulate me.
Exactly. That's how I am. It has to, like, I want to just get to know you as a friend first. You know what I'm saying? It gets to stimulate my mind. Because once you stimulate my mind, everything else will fall into place if, you know, we have that, you know, if we have that mental connection. So yeah, I'm with you 1,000%.
If I can fall for you without having had you touch my body,
that's everything.
Should post something to girl. I still have. I can't remember his name. Oh my God, it is so ugly. I know you know your junk looks terrible, mister.
Right, exactly. That's the thing. The audacity of him to even, like, I don't know. That's crazy.
It's not flattering. Your sexual jargon is not. It's not flattering. It doesn't make a girl feel good. You know, maybe you would like. You know, maybe I turn you on. That's good. But if you like sending stuff like I said, and I have had so many of these, eating it from behind, is that? Do you think that's
gonna turn you on? I know.
That's not gonna turn me on. And again, I say that I know a guy. He's so homophobic, but he likes anal sex. I'm like, you don't like gay guys, but you like to do gay sex,
right?
And women, stop letting men treat you like this. Quit letting them treat you like the opposite they see in pornos. You are not a hoe. You are not that kind of trash.
Well said.
Treat you so unnaturally. You know, I think that's one of, again, going back to porn, that's that one of the issues with porn is that you have your sexual experiences, you expect them to be like that, and that really is not. A lot of what they do is not natural because they're actors.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. No, I'm with you 1,000%. And that's the key there. Actors. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people, they do it for the money, but at the same time, it's hurting them and things of that nature. You just don't see that. They're acting at the time. So now, with you 1,000% on that. Man, I tell you, the world we live in now, I tell you, it's crazy. It's crazy how what people think is the norm is the norm. Like, to me, if you're going to message me about eating ass,
I know.
If you're going to message me about, hey, I want to eat, guess what I'm going to think? Man, how many other women have you eaten? Like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And you want to kiss me with that E. coli mouth? No, thank you. No, thank you. No doodle kiss for me. Sorry.
Ew. Exactly. Oh my goodness. This topic.
Oh yes, Kim. You could be a hoe with your husband. I would be a hoe. You're not gonna get this butthole.
Oh. With your husband is different.
Yeah, your husband, your significant other. I'll go. Post some girl. I'll go away. I mean, listen. I have some boundaries. The butthole is one, but yeah, I whatever you like, baby. Most of all, except that. Yeah.
Exactly, because you want to satisfy him, and you don't want him to think too. It's like for women, like we want to satisfy a man. so that they don't want to go and watch porn, you know what I'm saying? But again, it's just them respecting certain boundaries. So it's all about boundaries and respect at the end of the day, as long as you have that in your relationship.
Right. No poo-poo sex. Do not bring anybody else in our bedroom.
Exactly.
We're good.
There you go.
Whatever you like, babe. I'll stand on my head. Whatever you like.
Exactly. I have so much commentary just messing y'all. That's so funny. Oh boy. Well, listen, I want you, if there was like, because we don't know who's going to watch this afterwards, and there's probably some people in some of the relationships we've spoken about, or considering getting in sort of relationships. What advice would you give to the new generation coming up right now, if whether they're in a relationship and they are experiencing some of the things we've spoken about, or whether they're contemplating getting into a relationship? Like, what advice you want to leave for the people that watch this?
Don't let anyone treat you like you're not a human, like you're not a lady. You don't have to perform for a man or a boy. You don't have to be this sex demon for someone to like you. You have to respect yourself, respect your body, get to know a person, because if a person, all they want to do is have sex with you, and that's not it. You want someone who genuinely loves you, and they can't love you unless they get to know you. Let them get to know you, see what they're about. If they can't like you without having to have sex with you, that is not your person. That's going to come naturally, but there should never be something. You should never feel pressured into doing that.
Amen to that. I second that, for real. Yeah, that's a very strong, poignant message. Now, these are real women vibes, right? Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. That's because we already have real women around us. That's it. Period. Yeah. So listen, thank you so much to everyone again. Thank you, Dr. Micaela. I love that message. I feel like, yeah, go
on. Something, my cousin wanted to give you guys a gift to your audience.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, go. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you remember Friday After Next, Katie Albert, the beautiful actress Katie Albert, she's my cousin, and she has a coffee company. And she wants to give a sample of her coffee to one of the viewers. So hit up Jewel, and she'll pick a winner, and you will get Katie Albert's coffee, a sample of her coffee brand.
Wow, I love that. Thank you so much. So we have
cigar. Somebody's gonna get cigar. Somebody's gonna get coffee.
That's what I was just gonna say. You took the words right out my mouth, Queen. Thank you. So
okay.
Yeah, we'll pick 2 winners. So yeah, hit me up in the DM. Thank you, everyone. I feel like it should be someone that has been on the live tonight. So everybody that has been on there, send me a DM, and then we will pick 2 winners, one for the cigars and one for the coffee. So thank you so much. And also, actually, we have another gift that we're giving away as well. We are, thanks to our sponsor, Sheen Magazine, we have an official Sheen hoodie as well that we are giving away too. So that's nice thing. So we have the cigars, the coffee, and the hoodie. So yeah, definitely shout out to everyone that tuned in tonight. Hit up my inbox, and yeah, we will announce the winner live on Instagram. We'll do a video and we'll announce the winner. I'm sure Dr. Micaela, you wouldn't mind doing one to announce the winners of the coffee and the pink smoke, and then I'll do one.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd love to.
Yay.
Maybe I'll let Kim do it. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Ain't nothing better than to just listen to what a woman. There you go, Casper.
Thank you.
There you go. So listen, thank you again, Dr. Micaela. Listen.
Thank you.
Yes. I'm gonna get you back on here again. You already know what time it is. Yes. And shout out to everybody. Thank you again for tuning into this first episode of Night Vibes. I have been your host, Strong Jewel, the Vibe Queen, and as you can see, beautiful Dr. Micaela here. Can you let everybody know where they can follow you as well, to everybody who isn't following you already?
Yes, Dr. M. Dartson, DRM Dartson. And if you want to follow our cigar brand, it's Pink Smoke for You. Pink Smoke, the number 4, letter U.com. PinkSmoke4U.com. Or no, Pink Smoke for You on Instagram, and that's our website. But yeah, check us out. But if you get on my link tree, you can find all of our stuff. My production company, everything. We're always casting, so we're always looking for actors, actresses. So we got some good stuff coming up. We're in pre-production for a film already. So if you hit me up. We might need you.
There you go. I love that. So thank you again, everybody. And if you're not following us, make sure you follow us at The Vibe Show 97.9 FM on all social media. Check out the website at www.thevibeshow979.net. And also, if you feel like follow me at StrongJewel215 on all social media as well. So listen, with that being said, thank you once again, everybody. I have had such a phenomenal night for this first episode. Thank you to my beautiful guests. Thank you to my whole production team. Thank you to She Magazine as well for the sponsor, and again, thank you for the pink smoke, and also for the coffee as well, for your your beautiful cousin there as well. Really, really appreciate that. So listen, guys, please stay safe out there. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay productive, and keep pushing. And listen, don't listen to what people say unless you know it's going to better you in some way. Other than that, just keep pressing forward, have a clean heart, and just put God first, and everything else will fall into place. So with that being said, love you guys. We got to go. Bye. Good night, guys. See you soon. Take care. Bye.